Here we go. Live? There we go. There we go. So hello everyone, more here. Coach time for maybe the best anime this season. Definitely up here, I feel. Takt Op, Destiny, or Takt, I guess like a musical, you know, rhythm, I guess. Takt. From of course Mappa and Madhouse, right? So here you have two of the big hitters, right? Coming together, combining their powers. Obviously Mappa is behind the Zombieland Sega, one of my favorite musical anime, so that's a good positive, right? But they're also behind listeners. That wasn't very good. So let's just grab the pull by the horn, right? This anime, I immediately when I saw the promo art, I was like, oh, that's a Mappa show. I was like, oh, that's Mappa. Because it looks exactly like listeners. This looks so simple to listeners. Listener was an anime about, oh, I'm like fighting demons with my music, oh, blasting these zombies with my music. It was very. This anime looks incredibly similar to the anime Mappa did previously, right? Pretty recently. And that anime was pretty terrible. It had a very good visual stance, right? It looked very good. Opening was amazing. But then the actual storyline, even though it had a very neat feel to it, the fact that like these Yora girls, it's like a music park and everything, but it was like, it really fell flat, the actual storyline. So I am worried about that though. I am honestly here a little bit. This anime looks amazing, right? Again, from the trailer and so on, but this is what I mean, like, Lister also looked amazing. so maybe it's just, you know, looks good and the storyline's happen. That's one thing. Another thing here, I said before watching it, first impression of course, one here, is that this is like a mixed media project. They also have a game coming and so on. And I'm not a big fan of that. I think it's also a weakness. If you have to go to anywhere else, right? It's not a self-contained story in its own medium. You have to go to like a game or a book or whatever to get the full picture. That's not very good. Except I think is Star Wars. No one is a huge fan, I think, of Star Wars 1, 2, 3, right? Or 7, 8, 9 for that matter either. But for example then, Star Wars 1, with the whole Palpatine, I'm gonna spoil it too much, but you know, yeah, not very popular, right? Not very well written in the movie. But when I worked for Disney a couple of years ago, I worked on a Star Wars game in part, and had then on that, when I was here, I had to like read up on all the Star Wars lore, right? All the side lore. So I sat in the office and I read all these books and so on, like, you know, because I had to know all this stuff, right? Because I'm a Star Wars fan generally, but I had to really go into all this extra material around the first movie and so on. And after reading all these like 10, 20 extra books, right, you know, side books, right, about the first 3 movies, I was like, now I get it. I get the Clone Wars now. With all this extra shit, this is like super interesting now. With the whole using the Federation against them, and if you know all the backside lore, you're like, oh man, this is actually really well written now. And I read like 20 books around it, right? Now the movie, I love the movie now after I have like, you know, 20 books in the back of my head. Like, okay, now it makes sense to everything. It doesn't do otherwise. Retcon mostly, right? So this anime might be the same thing here, right? They're making like a video game, they're making like an anime, they're making a lot of stuff. Hopefully the anime can stand on its own legs, but it also might be that you have to like go and play the video game to actually really understand the lore or really understand the world and so on. That is definitely a weakness of the anime, or possibility. But anyway, let's start watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Start very negative here, but no, but I just feel like because it looks amazing already. With its flowers. Yeah, it looks awesome immediately. So I mean, visually, this anime could be the best visual anime season. Interesting art here immediately, right? Yeah, worshipping the... This for me, it's very similar to listeners. But it's very, very similar to listeners. You have to say that, though. It really does look like their own older previous anime, right? With like the music and stuff and so on. Yeah, it is very similar to their own previous anime. That can't be... denied though. I guess it's just the prologue here, right? This is probably in the past, you know, setting the prologue, how they, you know, how it started. I guess we're gonna jump in time now after setting the world here at a fire. Probably. This is probably like 100 years before or whatever. Oh, here we go. Here comes the angel with music. Here comes some kids with angelic music attacks. Yeah, here we go. Oh, so he's telling, of course, a kid, musical children arriving. conductors, yeah. Exactly, conducting powers to conduct music to fight them with. So, you know, yeah, it could be an interesting anime. It's generally, I wonder if you're gonna have a lot of musical numbers or whatever in the anime, or if it's gonna be the fighting with music. Probably a mix of it, right? Probably a mix of it. You'll hear them from now on, eh? Sounds pretty happy to kid there. Go to the market. One piano, interesting. Okay, it's cool. It's like one single piano. Yeah, play me someday. It's like, you better come here, play the piano. Maybe you shouldn't play it though. It's like he's gonna summon some powers to play it. It feels like, you know, the kid putting up the stone of the sword. Yeah, like putting up the holy weapon here of the weapon. Oh, okay. Maybe not then. Maybe he's doing it though, but it feels like there's Skylibur, but it's a piano instead. Yeah, it's a piano. Yeah, obviously it's a piano, but I guess they don't have pianos in this world because they... Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's a piano. I can fight them with this piano. Yeah, we need to have the pianos in the world again. If there's some music in the future here, what's music? So if there is no music, I wonder who taught him to play the piano then. But actually, there might be more than one piano. Unfortunately, he might have another piano, right? Where he's from. And this reminds me of Shimonetta. I was like, what? What is hentai? Yeah, now with Shimonetta, everyone's like, what is porn? You know, yeah, like, what is this? People can draw this, people doing it, yeah. It's like, what is it? Music? Yeah, people never heard anyone hymn or something. I remember reading a Donald Duck comic as a kid, where they have music has been banned and so on, yeah, and of course Donald is like, you know, it's like a Fortnite, yeah, he's like illegal music, right, and they have to burn all the tracks and so on. And it's an interesting Donald Duck story, especially a Fortnite, but it's instead music is illegal. But here though, here we go, they're summoning the... I guess they really hate pianos. Yeah, they really hate piano. He's like, I'm gonna play the Beethoven at him. Yeah, and then a cute girl appears. That's the, yeah, it's like, I'm playing my music and then summons this cute girl to fight! Here we go, yeah, it's like, by playing music, I empower my cute girlfriend, right? Very much so, yeah, there we go. Of course. Oh yeah, there we go, the conductor. So you can fight with the conductor. Oh yeah, he can fight with it, I guess. Well, it makes more sense he's gonna conduct her though. Yeah, that makes more sense, right? That she's the instrument. Music art! Now there's some people like, oh no, we're all musicians! Oh, don't kill us! God damn it! Bastard with your music fighting techniques. Oh, that's like a gunblade sword thing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Classic music here. Yeah, I mean, I just saw, of course, Kingdom Hearts with Smash, right? Yeah. So, of course, you can have no, but it's like a gunblade, you know, classic, you know, it's very anime. You're gonna have a gunblade, right? A gun sword blading. F8, I think, is the first one to really make it popular, right? Have like a gun sword thing. It's like both a sword and a gun and everything. And same 13. Okay, and he just jumps to the ground. What? What? Onisha? What's happening? Onisha? And he's just like, why did you? Yeah. Why did he? I don't know. I guess he just collapsed because he was tired. It felt like he was a jump though, but I guess he was like, couldn't he just fall the other direction? I don't know. I guess he got tired from playing the piano. Yeah, it's too much of his power. But he did survive that though, so he clearly is stronger than a normal human for surviving that. Getting face palmed. Yeah, it's a major flaw as a weapon if my conductor almost dies by tune me. It's probably the babe, right? Yeah. This is the babe that we see in the... Here we go. No, she's clearly the cool best girl. Definitely. This is definitely the best girl. Come on. This woman... It's throw in her. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, man. Cosetto. Anna is clearly gonna be my wife. Come on. Oh, come on. Anna, yeah, definitely. And everyone's like, bunch of weirdos. Yeah, bunch of hen people. Right, 2047, okay. So it's like 30 years from now. Roughly. But yeah, then it takes place in America, right? North America. That I already read the premise of. Yeah, they're traveling through like to the East Coast here. Oh, she's badass though. I love Anna, yeah. Badass character with her. Oh, come on. This is definitely a waifu. Best girl, this isn't clearly. Badass driver, come on. We need more waifus to go, yeah, definitely. Well, I guess he has to play, yeah, he's like a musician, bro. He has to play. I guess he produces a lot of... Well... I suppose she has to eat a lot to fight. Like, it actually consumes a lot of energy. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of food. Yeah. She's my younger sister, come on, my motto! Another one, Charlotte. Oh yeah, okay, Charlotte is her Oneshan, yeah, this is one, the younger one, yeah. Oneshan, this could be Oneshan, yeah. The other one is my Oneshan, yeah. Gotta spoil your immortal, right? Makes sense. I need more food too. Okay, she's gonna eat a lot, yeah. I also need more food though, yeah, more food. Okay, more food. Oh yeah, he's like, I gotta play music, right? Gotta play music. Shortest path, dangerous perhaps. Yeah, I mean, she's like shortest path, right? Might not be the best path. Well, I mean, you keep calling it D2, so obviously the other enemies are kind of like D1 or E2 or A. It's actually probably different like tunes, right? So you have like E, E moll or whatever. Yeah, I'm guessing the names are based on the notes, right? So one's gonna be like A, one's gonna be B. It's gonna be C. Yeah, like that's gonna be like that thing, right? So the actual up to that notes, right? I wonder though if the strongest is the highest or the lowest though. But still, that's probably how they define these monsters, right? They're gonna define them by different musical notes. Yeah, like the strongest one's gonna be either, of course, the highest, and the low or the highest. Yeah, probably the highest. That makes sense. Science final tour. Oh, a jukebox? Don't use. He's like, oh, a jukebox? No, don't do it. He's like, come on. It's like music, right? Yeah, I ate the food now. Can we fight again? He's like, yeah, let's fight. Yeah, she can feel the enemies clearly. Of course, I can destroy them. Yeah, pretty books. Exactly. Shortest route, baby. Just go through them all, just crush them all. Just let me kill them all, right? That's like a very fast path, clearly. Yeah. Of course. I was gonna say that. Can't they do it outside the building? No, you gotta go through the building. Yeah, it's like, please. Exactly. Don't do it. Use the window. Yeah. Music is the most important thing. I can feel how she hates these people. She's like, just use the gun. And actually, I think kind of silly how the owner is more angry though. That she could have just walked outside and done it. Yeah. Why isn't he more like, oh, you blew up my wall? A little bit the owner would be like, who's gonna pay for my wall, right? You're gonna pay my wall, right? Yeah. Okay, that I've had also was silly. Why isn't he more angry that you just destroyed it? I mean, sure, he's probably used to this crazy idiots coming with musical powers, but still, he's like, she could have walked outside and like done it. Yeah. Okay, he collapsed again here. Clearly, he uses a lot of calories to fight for him as well. Oh, she couldn't do it. What? What is that, man? You committed collapses? I lost off screen. Like, what? Okay, yeah, they couldn't do it. But why are you so relaxed for? Honestly, I kind of frustrated that both him and the waitress are like, they're here to help us. Even though they destroyed the building, but they're here to help us. We didn't have to destroy the building, just go outside do it, yeah. I don't get why they aren't a little more agitated, right? Yeah, poor Anna, she's clearly surrounded by idiots. I mean, she's clearly placing the straight man, or I guess a straight woman, right? The character that is like, you know, trying to be reasonable, everyone else is an idiot. Yeah, she's clearly playing that. She's clearly the character supposed to be like a normal, functional person, right? And there, yeah, exactly. She's really the straight man. She's like surrounded by idiots. Like she's like, oh yeah. She's the costume of the anime, or whatever. Yeah, reference. Surrounded by idiots. Yeah. She's too weak, I guess. I do my best. Yeah, come on. Don't compare on me. I do my best, right? They were too strong. Need more calories. Oh yeah, he's gonna explain the power scale or whatever goes then. It's kinda cute though. Gives me a panty and stocking. Yeah! This is definitely like a pant stocking fight now. This is like... Okay, I used my ultimate skill and then it went bang bang, yeah, they... Oof, I had a stealth one? Maybe not another one maybe then, we got D2 then. Yeah, stealth one, the bastard. Exactly, it was you were tired, it's your fault. They're not very good teammates. No, he's like, I think you can do it by yourself. Yeah, not very good teammates. Yeah, defective music art. He clearly has issues. He's like, need my music. It's an old factory, yeah, underground monster. I guess it's very simplistic, yeah. It's gonna go bang! Yeah, dockan, yeah, it's gonna go dockan when I get there. Oh, I guess it goes to the piano, of course. Yeah, he goes back to the piano. Actually, why can't people other people music? I don't know. Can other one people music then? Nope. She comes and steals the piano. Come on! This is kind of cute. She jumps away with the piano. Yeah, need the piano to fight, right? You would think he would travel with a piano though, or something. I mean, yeah, honestly, wouldn't he like? Why doesn't he travel with some kind of musical instrument? Like, why doesn't he have a guitar with him or something and fight with? Honestly, like, or you know, like a synth or something. Wouldn't it? Why? Yeah, like, why doesn't he travel with something, a portable piano of sorts, like a keyboard? That would have been beneficial. I mean, like, he could be like, let's fight, right? Or have an actual piano with him in the car. That would be kind of hard, but. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's start. They are playing straight up musical. Yeah, it's like Beethoven, Mozart, I guess, it's gonna be the classic musical things. A benefit of that, of course, this music is, you know, open. Anyone can use this old classic music, right? There is no copy for that, because obviously it's like so old that it's in the public domain. Yeah, public domain. It's called public domain music, right? So that's also the reason why, probably. Because it's like, what, 18th century? Yeah, 1730? Whatever. Something like that. I want to say 1732 for some reason, when he did this track. But whatever. I'm not sure. Okay, so they get... Well, I guess they get stronger then if they can hatch something. They can eat the black meteorite. Huh. They're really weird, these monsters, but I guess he has collected the power here and... Of course, very good animation when he... Oh, here we go. SAKUGA anime, definitely. Here we go, yeah. Definitely up here. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's like a torn crown, think about it. And it's not a gunblade. It goes bang, baby. Definitely a SAKUGA anime, certainly. This gonna look pretty... I can feel that the ending's gonna be freaking badass. Like, I mean, that episode, I mean, the ending, but I mean, yeah, that episode's gonna be freaking... Gonna be a massive fight, probably. Oh, this could easily be the best animated anime this season. Not as good as Dragon Maid, but probably the best this season. Oh, it's okay, he gets like corrupted or something? Well, he seems to clearly kind of be dying when he controls her. Like, seems to be killing him off, right? Like, it's like kind of honored. Ooh, okay, I can heal himself, I guess. Yeah, who doesn't love like a freaking badass gunblade? Come on, let's go! SAKUGA, definitely. SAKUGA music is called it. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Release the music. I get the goosebumps. Oh, it looks really nice. It definitely is. I think it's probably... I mean, much tenser is out the two, yeah. But this is really good animated. This must be the... Oh, yeah. It's like definitely top animation. This is definitely up there in the echelons of the best SAKUGA this season. I would think so. And it's probably gonna get better, at least in the ending fights. Maybe it's gonna go down a bit in the middle, but... Heps him up. My god, friendship. Okay, look kind of nice now in the moonlight. Yeah, and plays the piano for her. He's supposed to play the piano. It's like, fine, I can play the piano. And that poor jukebox. Of course, we can finally play it because they don't attack us anymore, I guess. Yeah. I know Neshan though, yeah, clearly best waifu. Very visually good episode 1. Absolutely. Great fight. Great fight. I'm hoping for the opening. I was like, come on, I want to see the opening now. Probably next week, opening and ending. I want to see the opening. Come on, this listen had a great opening. I want to see. I just know for a musical anime, Mappa always do amazing openings, and I feel they're gonna have like another amazing opening for a musical anime. Come on, they're gonna deliver on openings. I want to see. Like one of my favorite openings last year was Takt Samurai. Yeah, they always have good openings. Mappa are opening kings definitely. Come on, I want to see a good opening here. It might be the opening now here, maybe the end there. How much minutes left? It's 21. It's like 2 minutes left. Maybe an opening. Maybe. Probably not. Just poor Anne getting annoyed. Yes, I need calories. She really likes calories. This is one thirsty little girl. Yeah, she's absolutely a straight man. Constantly just like, listen to me, you idiots! Yeah. This is maybe the opening or maybe the ending, I guess. Yeah, it's just a song now, yeah. So unfortunately, next week I get the opposite. I mean, yes, again, Listener had a great opening, right? I keep saying it, Mappa, Zombieland Sega, right? Great opening and so on. They always make great openings. Yeah. It's like they're freaking massive. They're amazing at doing openings. And usually Mappa too, for some reason, they do a lot of like musical openings. And I mean, the musical as in like, instead of having, for example, Takt Samurai, right? Which is about gymnastics. Instead of having, gymnastic scenes in the opening, it's like the main character doing some kind of, like some kind of, oh yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, but Mappa loves that shit. They're like, even if they're not doing a musical opening, of course, think about it's Kai's ending, right? Yeah, it's Kai's ending. Everyone's coming in there doing their dance, right? Yeah, so they love doing that stuff, Mappa. So they're really good at doing like musical opening and ending. So I think they could easily be the best opening, right, of this season. I haven't seen it yet, but that I have high hopes for, though. Honestly, really high hopes for this anime's opening, because they're clearly gonna probably deliver on that, very likely. I'll say one thing though on the openings, I really loved the vampire dies too easily yesterday. The opening was fantastic. The opening was really good. That's my number one opening so far this season, right? And we're gonna see then if more animes are coming. I mean, many animes doesn't have an opening yet, the first episode, right? But anyway, let's review it. That was a great episode 1. I mean, obviously, visually standpoint, it's one of the best. I mean, it's easily said, like, it's not even undeniably, right? Undeniably. We can always argue if the storyline is good, if the jokes are good or whatever, but one thing that's easy to do when you review any anime, and I guess any video, whatever, right? It's, of course, the actual quality of animation, right? Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing if you play a video game, right? It's the easiest thing to review in a video game is, of course, the actual like, CGI, right, or the animations or that stuff, right? And then the second thing, I guess, with the games is like the bugs, right? Like the actual robustness. How often do this crash or whatever? Like how often is it like some kind of error, right? Yeah. Hopefully never, but obviously if it happens a lot, it's gonna lower the score, right? So anyway, yeah, I mean, obviously, I kept saying it during, I got some goosebumps during this scene. I didn't even know the characters, but it looked really amazing. Yeah, this is probably the best animated fight so far. This is not the best this year. I think this year, Dragon Maid is probably gonna be like what I feel. Maybe that Mushoku, yeah, it's like, maybe like, but Dragon Maid I think is probably gonna win, right? Like they have some amazing fights in Dragon Maid. Typical Kyoto animation, right? But this season, this is probably the best thing so far, and it might be the best thing this season, right? I think if it's for me, it's gonna be between this anime or Mushoku Tensei when it comes to like just high quality SAKUGA, right? I might forget some anime now they're going, but I feel these are like the two when I will kind of deliver on. I think someone say like 86 or whatever. 86 has good like wallpapers. 86 I think I think objectively has pretty bad battles in the sense that because it's CGI. And you can always argue that it's fine or whatever, but it really is the festival effect and so on. I mean, I think they are decent in that anime, but usually it kind of falls on not very high quality graphics, right? But it's not terrible, but it's kind of mid, I think, when it comes to the actual. Whereas I think, I mean, you can objectively measure how good a graphic is, right? From computer graphics. So it's like now it's like definitely the best mid. However, it has really good like wallpapers, right? They have really good like back. How to say it? It's basically the landscape, right? Like kind of behind the cat is really good, but not as good in animation. It's more like a landscape, kind of like something like Void Evergarden also has amazing animation, but especially has like really good landscape, kind of the wallpaper feel to it. That is much more living than that. Right? But yeah, this someone, as I so far, wins. Okay, so let's just establish that. I feel that's like everyone's gonna agree with that. Yeah, I feel like a pretty obvious thing. We can establish this is the best looking anime this season, probably. Like animation, yeah, like it probably is the winner. But I could see again Mr. Tenji winning, right? It was amazing season 1 and only 1 episode there. Because one thing though is that episode 1s of course usually deliver harder for a new anime. Mr. Tenji was like episode kind of in the middle, right, the core. So it wasn't as, I didn't feel they had as high, how to say it, we have to do it. And I guess to be fair, Detective is already dead. The first fight in that looked amazing. the airplane fight, I suppose so. That is true. Okay, yeah. Detective is already dead had an amazing first fight. And then you can skip the anime, kinda. But that was amazing. This also looked amazing. He was running here. So yeah, okay. So art style, really good. I do love, of course, the design of the character. Yeah, I love, you know, the main character. He's kind of plain though. Let's be honest. He's pretty plain. I think that's fair to say. Losing his arm though, I think is a good touch to it. But I do really love, obviously, Anne is already she's already my girl, man. She's already my girl, definitely. This is the best girl. And, you know, she's frustrated and, yeah. No, I think she's the best. It's kind of a cool, kind of ish tomboyish, kind of a, yeah, aggressive woman. I like it, yeah, I like it. I think this is my favorite so far, I think. And her role, as I mentioned in the reaction, feels very, very clear. She's playing the straight man. So that, of course, is the character that is basically, as I kept saying in the reaction, right, that's the character is like, how do you say it? You know, there's like the normal functional human. She's clearly playing that reasonable person that is like, oh my god, can you stop fighting the monster? Let's go on, right? Oh, please don't destroy the wall and go outside. Yeah, she's clearly playing that character that is mostly there used to get frustrated, just trying. They're like, oh, they never listen to me and so on. Yeah, she's clearly that character. The kind of relatable female character, like, oh, why don't everyone listen to me? You know, yeah, she's playing that character, right? A very tropey character in that sense, though. But I mean, if you don't have this character in these kind of settings, I suppose it's hard to make the jokes work, right? Because you need to have someone being frustrated at the main character being annoying. Yeah, obviously, the main couples are two idiots, and they're doing rash stuff, right? They're doing crazy stuff. And she has to be there to kind of like, be like, oh, I hate them. We have to have that woman, she has to do the reaction. She's there to react to their comedy. And I think it's very common in the Japanese style, because you have the whole, the kansa kind of comedy style, right? It's very, very common in Japan. You have the stand-up comedians, and you have one person, right, doing the, oh, I did this stuff, and the other person is like, you know, oh, you're an idiot, yeah, kind of slapping them, oh, you're a fool, but yeah. I think it's very, very common in Japanese comedy to have this setup, right? For you have one person being an idiot, one person telling them an idiot, yeah. But it's very, very, it's the whole like wunsha Japanese comedy kind of style. They did love it in Japan, so you can, you know. But she's clearly there to be this. Like, he's also a good image of it. Like, she's like, you know, ah, you idiots! Yeah, I mean, that's clearly her role. The negative half of the episode's post when we had this point here, as I do a reaction, I do find really that the owner here, he doesn't make any sense. And I think it's very fair to say. I mean, sure, he's like, oh, they're gonna come and help us to fight the monsters. I guess he's like thankful because the waitress said too, says, oh, nice. These guys are gonna defeat the monsters. We're finally safe, right? So, sure, I guess he, and you know, the way he's like thankful again because they come in here fighting for them, right? But obviously, he should have been as with Anne, he also should be like, what? Don't destroy my wall. He should also be like, what the hell? You know, well, he should transform it, but he should also been, first, he should have been surprised when she transformed. He didn't know that she could transform, so why is he doesn't really show any, like, he has no surprise, right, she could transform. Same with the waiter, she was like, oh, please transform? Okay, yeah. Like, it happens every day for them. It clearly doesn't, because they did that day, they would have enemies in it, yeah. So that doesn't make any sense. And then of course when she ruined his place, he wasn't even angry. Like, she's angry. She's like, stop ruining houses. I told you to use the door, you know. Yeah, she's like, oh my god, stop ruining stuff, right? She's getting very frustrated, which makes sense. But he should be even angry. I mean, it's his place. And she's used to them doing it every day, I guess. He's never met them before. He should be way angrier. So I think that didn't make any sense. Yeah, I just buy that. I understand. I mean, for me, again, easily the weakest part of the episode. Honestly, I'm not gonna say it's like is a deal breaker for me. You might always nitpick or whatever, but you know, I just don't get it. Like it's just kind of, I feel this scene kind of weird. I really feel it's a weird scene. Look at her, Anne's going on like, you idiots! No, she's all freaking out, right? She's like, oh shit, it's happening again, and it's more like the waitress is reacting to her freaking out than them reacting to them destroying the house. They're looking at her being like, calm down, woman, when they're destroying the wall, right? And they're destroying half the building, and they're more kind of focused on her being like, stop it, you idiots, you're embarrassing us, you're costing us so much money, you know. They're more looking at her, of her reacting to them destroying it, than them destroying it. It doesn't make any sense. So that's typically very weak. I think it was very weak, honestly, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just weird. Definitely a minus. What can I say, right? There is a massive minus. But it looked beautiful, though. Like, let's be honest, yeah. I mean, it is best. I think easily again the best looking anime this season so far. I think we've seen about, I would say 60-70% of the animes now. So yeah, I think we've been over most animes. We have some fantasy animes coming tomorrow and so on. We haven't looked at all animes yet, but I feel like, you know, we're kind of seeing most animes, right? So definitely up there. Anyway, let's talk about the general world building. So let's go to the, what was the piano? I like how the piano felt like kind of Excalibur, right? Yeah, Pianoburg. They like find this one single piano in the city. It's like, can I play it? It really felt like if you play this piano, you're gonna pull up some monster, right? Here it is. Here's piano and finds him. It really felt like the Excalibur of city. It's like one piano, one musical instrument, and it's like, can I play it? It's like, you really feel like if you play this piano, if you can't play it, you're gonna summon a monster and get some power up. Yeah, like it's it felt very introduction there. It's like, here's one piano. So the world building is pretty straightforward, I suppose. They don't have any, I mean, I guess, okay, let's just throw out some theories here. They do introduce it in the beginning, right? We had these like monsters coming, we're fighting them with the conductors, they can control these musical people, they can fight for us, and you know, we fight these monsters, right? But that being said, the first minute there, it's kind of like this kind of flashback, kind of this happened 10 years ago kind of thing. It didn't really explain in detail, of course, what they're doing. So, I don't know, I could feel, this can go either way, right? This could be, we go into space, we're gonna fight aliens up there, or it could be, it's an evil human that's controlling them. I don't know. I'm just throwing out there that I felt that like the general premise is definitely a mystery, right? And it feels like the more we watch the episodes, just like listeners, the more they're gonna explain what actually happened and why we only have one piano left, basically. I feel like the first beginning there was very like, oh, here's bad guys. We fight them with music, right? That's kind of it, right? And they don't really explain to us, okay, why are we here? How are we gonna fix the world and so on. So that's yeah. I mean, I expected to go in more in detail, right? I expected to be some twists and turns, and what we had here in the beginning, I feel might be lies, right? Like if it's typical for an animator, yeah, we had this experiment, then we had the doctors, and then we had this stuff, and this stuff happened. This could all be lies, right? I'm just dropping it here, you know, just very, very obviously original anime. I have no idea what's gonna happen, right? I'm just throwing out my like New York show theory. That I feel that maybe everything is said the first minute are true, maybe nothing is true here at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, it could just be like, here's the world we believe in, here's what the government told us, and then we can't play music or whatever, right? And then it's like, actually, this is the truth. They lied to us. They created this stuff, or it was aliens, so it was underground people, it's other dimensions, who knows, right? So I feel it's gonna go some twist. I feel it's gonna be twisted. They're gonna twist it. Lastly, then, let's talk about the characters. I will say this thing. My biggest complaint about the episode is how bad this Anne was. No, but my biggest complaint would probably be the main character. He doesn't feel much personality yet. Anne is cool. You know, Cosette in Motor-chan, she's cool. He feels kind of plain right now. So that's probably what I hope we're gonna get more into. Like, he's just kind of like, he likes to play a lot of music. He's obviously like, I have to play music. That's my thing. I play music. That's clearly his thing. But yeah, like he doesn't really have much of personality in one episode. Like I couldn't tell you much about him, right? He's like, oh, he's obsessed with music. He's very one-dimensional right now, right? So I guess we're gonna have this, I guess, road trip through America. How you're gonna learn about the characters. That is one thing with the episode I would say though. I think the episode was very SAKUGA, right? But it does feel a lot like listeners. And of course, I mean, I kept saying at the beginning, because these same people are the listeners. But listener had the same issue, where it's like, oh, it looks really cool in the beginning and has this visual standpoint and it's great, right? But I just don't care about the characters, right? I just don't feel involved in the characters. The characters are very weak in the anime, and I think a lot of people didn't like the anime, right? Because this felt like whatever, yeah. And I feel this is kind of the same thing here too. So far, I just don't care about the main character, right? I mean, I won't say it's bad as one episode, but that could be, I'm just being kind of trying to be, how to say it, to be fair here. I'm just like, I wouldn't honestly be surprised, right, if you just keep doing like this thing, and they don't really explain him, and he's not the focus. But it's gonna be hard to really care about him playing, right? But hopefully they're actually gonna develop the characters, or at least explain the backstory and so on. Because now we're clearly we're kind of jumping into the journey, right? We're kind of jumping into, okay, these two are out traveling with Big Sister to go to New York, and that's it, right? They don't really have any backstory, don't have any build up. We're just in here already. They already have powers. Let's go, right? So, yeah, that could be a weakness. And I guess my comment to my last point is that perhaps this thing is based on all this other stuff, you know, the video game, the mobile game, whatever, and so on. That is based on the side stuff, and that's where I get the backstory of the characters or something. This kind of feels like I'm jumping into the middle of the story of this episode. And I actually wouldn't be surprised, because it is this mixed media project, that they don't actually really explain to it. They won't actually go into explaining the backstory or whatever, right, of the characters. That might be it. I'm just throwing out very negative here, but I'm just being a little bit like cautious. You know, I'm cautious here though. Yeah, I want to be like, Because I could see them just continue with this thing without actually dwelling too much on the backstory or whatever, and being like, play the game to get the backstory right. They wouldn't actually surprise me. It kind of feels they're doing that. I might be completely wrong. I might be, massively wrong. Maybe they don't go with that. Maybe they don't go in that way at all. But I don't know. This feels that they kind of wanted to start here in the middle of the action to show you the characters and the SAKUGA, right? They kind of wanted. It also might be, of course, the episode 1 here, very visual, very SAKUGA, and then it's like, okay, episode 2, let's have the backstory. Let's build up the characters, right? Okay, now I got you with the cool art. Okay, let me give you the actual characters. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope the next episode is going to be like a character episode, get the backstory, get the motivation, get the premise of the character, and then we kind of, yeah, that's what I was hoping for. But anyway, guys, that's Takt Op Destiny review, reaction, first person. I think it's a great episode though. I do have my worries that, yeah, okay, like it's very, very visually appealing. But it's because listeners, I think, as I mentioned earlier, because I've seen listeners and I really liked listeners first, also in the beginning, right? And then I was like, oh, this is great. And then I was happening. Yeah, I feel this might be this is very, very similar. It feels like a very similar anime, obviously the people in the same setting, basically. So that's probably why I feel extra cautious, because I did like episode 1 here, but I'm just saying that it reminds me so much of the other episode. I'm just like, man, it's very similar, and that really fell off a cliff after like 2-3 episodes. So I'm just being like, trying to be positively optimistic. I'm like, well, like, I mean, maybe they learned a lesson. Maybe it's probably better this time. In Madhouse here too. Yeah. I'm just cautiously optimistic. But obviously it was a great episode. I'm just trying to like portray what I hope to happen. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. So you guys tomorrow with, I think it's 2 fantasy tomorrow. 1 Isekai fantasy tomorrow and 1 not Isekai, I believe. But it's basically the same thing, right? Yeah, like, fantasy world throwing into goblins, demons, yeah. Ghosts and goblins. I think it's like 2 fantasy animes tomorrow. 1 is the delayed one, that is like shopkeeper fantasy. And the other one is from Rido Healer's author, I believe it's tomorrow. The Assassin Isekai. I think it's tomorrow, yeah. Isekai Harem. And it's from the same author that did the Rido Healer, Keifuku. So that anime is gonna be. So we have to watch that. It's probably way more family friendly than Rido Healer. But still, though, being that author, it might be. Because I'm pretty sure it's horror anime. It's gonna be one guy, like 10 waifus. It's probably gonna be, very ecchi, and so yeah, it sounds awesome. That's tomorrow, I believe. So anyway, see you guys and have a great day.